Hello, everyone, and welcome to week three's guided project 2-1. Let's go ahead and get signed into SimNet. And let me go to the student view really fast. So in this guided project, we're in chapter 2 again, and the skills covered are modify an existing document, change margins, apply a document theme and theme color, change font size, line spacing, and paragraph spacing, apply a style to selected text, modify an existing style, apply borders and shading to selected text, set and use a tab stop with an underline leader, apply and modify a multi-level list, insert a page break, insert a built-in page number in the footer. Go ahead and open the Insurance Questionnaire -02 start file. Don't forget to download your instructions. PC users use Office for Windows. Mac users, Office for Mac 2016. Start your file, open it up. Enable editing button so that you are able to modify. The fastest way to save is F12. If you haven't done so, I strongly suggest that you create folders for all of your classes. So you see here I have Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. And within here, I'm starting to create my chapters. So this is the second time, of course, that I've done this project, just making sure that I know how to do it before I lecture on it. But you'll want to set up files and then subfolders. So now we're going to change the margins of the document. Click the Margins button located in the Layout tab, Page Setup Group, and select Custom Margins. The Page Setup dialog box opens. Change the left and right margins to 0.75, and you can definitely put a 0 in there if that's what you'd like to do. 0.75. I did not mention this on the first lecture video, but on your finals you have 50 minutes to answer about 40 questions. I would not use these up and down arrows all the time. I would go ahead and just type it in there, as it's a whole lot faster to do that than to pick up your mouse and trying to click to the numbers. So just be mindful of that, and I will always give you those kind of tips in these videos to save time so that your few seconds that you saved on doing it that way, you can use towards a harder question when it comes up on the test, on that final for the MOS certification. After you've changed the left and right margins, click OK. Change the theme and theme color of the document. Click the Themes button located in the Design tab, Document Formatting Group. Select Integral from the drop-down list. Click the Colors button, and that's located in the Document Formatting Group. Select Aspect from the drop-down list. Change the font size, paragraph spacing, and line spacing of the entire document. Press Ctrl A to select the entire document. Change the font size to 11. Change the line spacing to single. And change the after spacing to 6. Apply styles to selected text. Place the insertion point in the first line of text, Contractors Insurance Questionnaire. And listen, it did not say to select, it said place the insertion point. Click the title style that is located in the Home tab, Styles group, and we want title, and this is the title gallery. This is the More button if you wanted to open it up. If you hover, they will light up and show you what's in there. You just want the title style. Next, select the second line of the document. Now we are selecting. Please carefully, so it's the second line, select that. Right click the selected text and click Styles on the mini toolbar and select Book Title from the Style Gallery. With this text selected, click the Change Case button and select Uppercase. And that's located in the Home tab, the Font group. Select the applicant's instructions and apply the Intense Quote style from the Style Gallery. In the next paragraph, please answer all questions. Apply the strong style to the three words in all caps: all, none, and none. The easiest way to do this is to select all, press your Control button on your keyboard, select none, and none. And now we're going to go up to the More button for your styles, and we're going to select Strong. On the second page of the document, select Insurance Application Disclaimer. And I will show you that if I put my pointer here and select, that's fine. But if you hover ever so slightly, you can get a pointer that turns into an arrow, and if you left click, you can also select all of the wording. So that's just a quick shortcut instead of left clicking and dragging across. After you've selected Insurance Application Disclaimer, apply the Intense Quote style. Modify an existing style. Click the More button, Home tab, Styles group to display all of the styles in the Style Gallery. Right-click the Intense Quote style in the Style Gallery and select Modify. The Modify dialog box opens. In the Formatting area, change the font size to 12. Click the Format button on the bottom left and select Paragraph. The Paragraph dialog box opens. Change the left and right margin to indent to 0. So indentation, left, 0, right, 0. Click OK. Click the Only in this document radio button if it is not already selected to apply the styles only to this document. Changes to only this document. And this radio button is already selected only in this document. Click OK to close the Modify Style dialog box. The style changes applies to all text formatted within the Intense Quote style on both the first and second pages. So let me scroll up and you can see Applicant's Instructions and Insurance Application Disclaimer. Add borders and shading to selected text. On the second page, select the first 3 paragraphs below Insurance Application Disclaimer. Click the Borders drop-down box, Home tab, Paragraph Group, and select Borders and Shading to open the Borders and Shading dialog box. In the setting area, select Custom. This is the setting. There's Custom. In the area style, or the style area, select the solid line border, and you can see that if I scroll down, the first one that's selected as a default is solid. In the color area, select orange, accent 1. In the width area, select 1 point. In the preview area, click the left and right border buttons. These are hard to see, but if you look at each of these boxes, there is a line within those dotted lines. This is top, middle, bottom. This is left, and now we've got an orange mark that shows up. And this is right, and another orange line that shows up here. In the Apply To area, select Paragraph. And there's only 2 items in there to select, text and paragraph, and we want paragraph. Click the Options button to open the Border and Shading Options dialog box. Change the left and right margins to 5. And click OK to close the Border and Shading Options dialog box. Click the Shading tab and form the fill, and from the fill drop-down list, select orange, accent 1, lighter 80%. Click OK to close the Borders and Shading dialog box. Change the paragraph spacing and add a tab stop with an underline leader to selected text. On the second page, select the last 3 lines of the text. Click the Paragraph Launcher, Home tab, or Layout tab to open the Paragraph Launcher. So this is the Paragraph Launcher. You could also go up to Layout tab. We'll go this way this time. Change the before spacing to 12. Click the Tabs button to open the Tabs dialog box. Type 7 in the tab stop position. Click the right radio button in the alignment group. Click 4, solid underline, radio button in the leader header. Click the Set button to set this tab stop, and click OK to close the Tabs dialog box. Next, click at the end of the name and title of the insured line and press Tab. A solid line now appears or displays across the page to the right margin. Repeat step I, which is just going behind each of these and pushing or pressing Tab. And make sure that you are actually behind it. Add a multi-level list to selected text and modify list settings. Select the lines of the text beginning with applicant on the first page, ending with the last, if yes, please explain, on the last or on the second page. So we're going to scroll all the way down to this last one. Click the multi-level button located in the Home tab and select 1, A, I. With the text still selected, click the multi-level button list again and select Defined New multi-level list. The Define New Multi-Level List dialog box opens. Click the Set for All Levels button to open the Set for All Levels dialog box. Set the bullet number position for the first level to 0. Set the text position for first level to 0.3. Set the additional indent for each level to 0.3. Click OK to close the Set for All Levels dialog box and click OK to close the Define New Multi-Level List dialog box. Increase indent on selected lines. This is a mouthful, by the way. Okay, click anywhere on the list to deselect. Place your insertion point in 13 in the numbered list. If yes, and click Increase Indent located in your Home tab, Paragraph Group. This line now is letter A. Repeat step B, what I just said, on each of the lines in the list that begin with if yes. There should be 28 numbered items in the list when you finish this process. So that is the first one. If yes, indent, if yes, and then indent. So every time you see one of those, and make sure that you don't skip any out. If you do, you might get a little messed up. And then just take your time. Again, SimNet's pretty skittish. Even though there might be one or two ways, I always tell students to skin a cat within Microsoft Office. There's some short button keys. You can use those. But while you're doing your SimNet projects, do not use that. Save that for other homework or save that for the final. You don't want to use shortcut keys while you're using SimNet. It may count you off. I'm not saying that it will, but you might run into that. So just be mindful of that. Change paragraph spacing on the multi-level list and add a right tab stop with an underline header. Select the entire multi-level list, and I'm going to work backwards since I'm already at the end of the page. Now I'm going to gather all this. This is just a left click, and I'm just scrolling up to number 1. Click the Paragraph Launcher, Home tab, or Layout group. Well, I'm on the Home tab, so I'm going to go to the Paragraph group and click my launcher and open the Paragraph dialog box. Deselect the Don't Add Space Between Paragraphs of the Same Style checkbox. Mine is already deselected. If it was selected, it would have a check mark in the checkbox. It needs to be deselected. Click the Tabs button to open the Tabs dialog box. In the Tab Stop position, type 7. Click the right radio button in the alignment area and click 4 for the solid underline radio button in the leader area. Click the Set button to set the tab stop and then click OK to close the Tabs dialog box. Click at the end of the first numbered item and press Tab. So, click at the end of the first numbered item where it says Applicant and press Tab, and I have this line. A solid underline displays across the page to the right margin. Repeat step I on each of the numbered and lettered paragraphs. So you're just going to go all the way down. And once you get your last one in, next, you're going to save the document. You could do Control S. I'm just going to go ahead and move my mouse and just click Save. Make sure that you have not forgotten any of the solid line tabs in your document. So just take a look and just make sure. Insert a page break in the document. Place the insertion point before the text in number 22 in the multi-level list. Press Control Enter to insert a page break. I want to show you this really fast. This is not in the instructions, but when you turn on your show hide, you can see, well, these are paragraph markings, but you can see here is our page break, so it did work. Let me turn that off because that just drives me crazy. It's just too busy. All right, now let's add a page number in the footer of the document. Press Control Home to move to the top of the document. Click the Page Number button. Insert tab, Header Footer Group. Use the drop down. Place your pointer on bottom of page. To display the drop down list, scroll down and choose Bold Numbers 3. And so these are in alpha order. The page numbers display at the bottom right of the footer. Click the blank line below the numbers in the footer and press backspace to delete the blank line. And actually it does it for both. Once you've done that, go ahead and close the header footer button at this time. Save and close the document. And let's upload this puppy and let's see what we got. So I've got another document up. Sorry about that. And let's find our document. So chapter 2. Okay, so if you have any questions this week, you know what to do. Use that Ask Dr. Barnes a Question tab. Remember, it's best not to email me directly unless it's something personal about yourself. I'll keep reminding you because I keep getting student emails. Just post it in Ask Dr. Barnes a Question tab. All right, good luck, everyone. Let me know if you got questions.